Hey everyone, I'm Ben Schmerler, and welcome to another video in DP Solutions Tech Tips series. Between Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and whatever other social media platforms that are on the horizon, our lives are more public than ever before. There are definitely upsides and downsides to this landscape, but I'm not here to talk about that today. Whether we like it or not, it's clear that social media is here to stay. What I do want to talk about is what we should be thinking about as we engage with these platforms. What can we do as individuals to limit the downsides and risks associated with having a social media presence? Let's take a few moments and go over a few important tips to keep in mind in 2020 when it comes to social media. Tip number 1, know who actually controls your data. Let's be honest. Companies that operate social media platforms and collect your information are not doing this for charity. While they can provide many useful services, social media companies are leveraging your information in order to attract advertisers or do other things to generate a profit. So before you provide your information to these companies, do some research and think about what they're going to do with it. Advertising is one thing, but perhaps they're sharing your data with parties you would rather not have access to your personal information. Tip number 2, phishing through social media. When the internet first became popular, email was the default way to communicate with someone, and scammers gravitated towards email scams to exploit individuals into doing what they want. Email continues to be a cheap and easy way to execute these kinds of attacks, and phishing continues to lead the way in cybersecurity threats. But email isn't the only way we communicate with one another these days. Think about your social circle. I bet you have a number of people you connect with regularly on LinkedIn or Facebook, and you have no idea what their actual email address is. Scammers know that people tend to spend a lot of time communicating on social media, and that there is a certain kind of intimacy between connections on social media that they can exploit. As a result, scammers are diversifying by using social media as a form of attack. So be careful when accepting messages or taking requests on social media. Even if you think it is from someone you know, their account could be compromised. Tip number 3, bogus apps stealing data or installing malware. The barriers of entry for social media are quite low. So if you're a bad guy and you want to start farming private data, there isn't much stopping you from setting up shop on Facebook and farming users. These types of cons come in the form of quizzes or other shareable items where a user consents to volunteer personal information from their social media profile. It can even go as far as installing adware or malware by sending you an executable to install on your device. The people who develop these low-value social media products are often fooling you because of the perception that these small apps are harmless and just for fun. Social media is about leveraging your experience on the platform for others to make money. And that doesn't just apply to companies, it extends to cyber criminals too. There are many benefits we get from the ability to quickly share information with our personal networks. And I think at times we take for granted some of the ways technology has changed the way we live and work for the better. But like anything else, the benefits of social media come with caveats that you need to keep in mind. What social media trends are you noticing? We'd love to hear more about your experiences in the comments. Till next time, stay vigilant, my friends.